Okay, I'm outside. Today is a 15-minute challenge. I've got my water. It's 87 degrees and I am in long sleeves so I don't get eaten up by mosquitoes. I got a boo-boo on my lip and it hurts. So I have my acrylic paper that I did my painting on the other day with my grandfather. Today I am going to use a new set of Arteza 24 real brush pens, water-based ink. Okay? I have never used these before. I'm trying to make this quick since I have a time frame where I'm supposed to do it in 15 minutes, and it may take longer than that for me. But here are all the beautiful colors. What I'm going to do is I'm going to empty them out. I also have a bottle of white paint for fine detail if I need it. I have in mind, I want to do something whimsical and fun. That is truly me. Besides fluid art, I love to do whimsical art. I've got a black Sharpie too. I may use that. Okay. So I've taped off my acrylic piece here. I always like to do something florally. Florals just make me happy. So because these are like watercolors, I'm going to try to start pulling out my flower colors that I think I would like to use. I'm tall, so I got a big lap. It's funny, you really can't tell what the color is unless you look at the end of the pen. So it has like, I noticed when I was looking at it earlier, you have kind of like, let me make this bigger or it'll take me forever. It's almost like the tips of a brush. It's not a firm, hard point. There's bristles to it, like a paintbrush. So I live in the country. If you hear crickets and birds and things like that, that's what it is. Okay, so I figured out now that I've got to use my yellow first if I want it to show up. I can tell that right now, because see, I didn't do that one. So let me just go over here. They're not super firm, so that makes it a little bit more difficult to put pressure. Then you can do kind of like shading too with the, and depending on how you hold it is how thick the line is too, which is interesting. I'm going to try and make this quick. My deck that I'm sitting on, it gets full sun usually by noon, and this deck gets really, really, really hot. So trying to do this before the sun comes over on this side of the deck. So you kind of have to lay down your lightest colors first. You can probably layer up with darker colors, but you can't go back. I wish the ends were just a little firmer. They're very very unfirm. Is unfirm a word? No. This is going to be hard to do in 15 minutes. I have a timer on, but I may go over. And I could have done a painting in 15 minutes, but I wanted to do something with markers just to change it up a little bit, so that everything that I do isn't painting, because painting is what I'm typically used to doing. And this gets us out of our comfort zone a little bit with the challenge, I think. I always love Sharpies. I use them all the time, just because they are great for just when you want to do something that's more whimsical and casual. It just gives a little easier way to do something really quick and add a little extra dimension. It doesn't even have to be perfect, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just gives that kind of illusion of outline, storybook, coloring book, whimsical, I don't know. You can do the darker and give it more depth, but because I had because I had wet my paper, that's why everything is bleeding now. But you notice that the Sharpie doesn't bleed. And I guess that's because the paper is not totally saturated with water, and Sharpies are, you know, more of a permanent marker. So even though it's not like real looking, I like the fact that the permanent marker adds just a little bit more something to it. Don't ask me why I'm putting this in here, because it's not that pretty. Kind of ugly even. Let's see if I could smear these little blue things a little bit, but really not that much. But I know what I can do, because it's got some water on it. Now it's bleeding, which just kind of helps. My little writer bottle, which is the white. Ooh, 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 don't drip. It's dying to come out. Usually it doesn't do that. With the air out, there it is. There's some air in it, and with the air in it, it was dying to come out. A little white dot and a little reflection on the little bug. I can actually make these white dots look more uniform. I can also add highlights. Go away, Buggy.